Okay, Adrian, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Wonderful.
And I'm doing a podcast on Mike Oldfield's discography, and I've already at the end almost of the whole series. He's put out more than 30 studio albums in his career, and
He's brilliant. I love him.
Yeah, and you told me that you had heard Tubular Bells, and it was an inspiration for you.
That's right. That's the first thing I heard from Mike Oldfield, and it was put out in 1973, I think, and that was a couple of years after McCartney did his solo album in which he played all the instruments, and I was really impressed with McCartney doing that. But then when I heard Mike's record, I mean, he played a huge array of instruments.
Yes.
And didn't sing, but I just thought it was such a brilliant record. Of course, then it went on to be the soundtrack for The Exorcist.
Yes.
And so the whole world knew how brilliant it was. So I always admired him a lot for doing that. And in fact, it kind of inspired me later on when I started making solo records that maybe I could do that. And kind of since the middle of the 80s, I pretty much have played everything on my 28 solo records.
Yeah.
So that was nice. I got a call from his producer saying that Mike wanted me to come to Europe, England, and sing on a track for him. Mm-hmm. And that was interesting to me because no one had ever asked me to do that.
Yeah.
Should I bring my guitar? No, don't bring your guitar. We just want you to sing on this song called Far Country. Mm-hmm. And I've tried to figure out who that producer was, but if you look at the credits of the record, there's Daniel Lazarus
yeah.
and Mike Oldfield, but this was another guy, I believe his name, a young guy named Chris maybe, I think. Mm-hmm. And he had said to Mike Oldfield, I know who a guy who's in King Crimson, he's perfect for this one track called Far Country.
Yeah.
So I went over and, you know, Mike's home is a beautiful home with a lot of land around it and a great studio, and it was an honor to be there. And he's a very quiet and sort of serious person, really nice to talk to. His wife was there, Anita, and I thought they treated me very well, so I got myself comfortable, and then they showed me the track they wanted me to sing on, and to be honest, I wasn't sure why the producer picked me for that. It didn't seem anything like what I had.
Yeah.
He was referring to me from my singing in King Crimson, especially the Discipline record. So it really had nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with it, no.
So I thought, well, that's okay. I'm going to give it a shot. I did a good job, I thought, although I don't know if they really used my vocal for that or not. Later in the session, after the next day or so, finally Mike said, hey, well, you want to play guitar on something? And I think I did a little bit of a solo on that song, Far Country.
Yes.
But here's what happened that was really intriguing, and I love this. Mike said, well, how about he sings this other one I've got called Holy. And the producer guy, as I don't know his name, as I said, but he said, oh, no, Adrian's not right for that. He's not that kind of singer. I said, well, let me hear it, and what do you have in mind? And Mike played the track, and, he doesn't sing much, but he kind of intimated, well, this is sort of a spiritual thing, and it's almost like a gospel kind of singer. Holy, to be just one glance is holy. You got to belt it out like that.
Yeah.
And I said, well, let me try that. I think I can do that. No worries. You have no idea, but that you can do something until you try. But people never know how many vocal styles I have because they're not always on display. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank Zappa figured out that I could sing like a black guy for City of Tiny Lights. And here, so Mike Oldfield gave me the chance at that, and I really loved singing it and thought it was a great song, and it worked.
Adrian, for me, Mike Oldfield's music is mostly about having some sort of climax and goosebumps towards the end of the pieces, right? Like they build but
like a Roy Orbison song.
Yeah. But Holy is kind of the track, like holy shit. Like when you start singing, I get the goosebumps right at the beginning of the track, the first song on the album. Yeah. And it's just wonderful.
Oh, I felt that way when I was doing it. I get chilled right now thinking about it, because it really is that kind of song. And it needed to be imbued with that kind of performance, and I just pulled it out because I thought, man, I love this song. I'd love to do this. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So the next thing that happened, of course, I went back home, and the record came out, and Holy came out as a single in Germany with a video, and it went to #1, I think. So then they asked me, would you come back to Dusseldorf and do Peter's Pop Show, which there's nothing like it in America, so I really didn't know what to expect. It's an amazing, huge event with so many bands, and it goes for days and days, and it's, you know, it's a large place. You run into all kinds of people, and basically everything is done. In my opinion, it looks a little cheesy.
Yeah, it is super cheesy. It was super cheesy.
So, you know, everything is done with everybody on a stage really quickly. Okay, you're up, here you go, and you're on this little stage. They've got a lot of stages, so they put us on this little stage, and naturally I'm supposed to lip sync the song. And the stage is very small. There's no gear on it. There's, you know, basically, I don't even know if there was a drummer. Mike's got his guitar on, I know. But right in front of me, there's this large triangle right in front of my mic with lights all over it and glitter and stuff. And I'm like, and they're going, countdown, here it comes. And I'm thinking, hey, somebody, you got to move this thing. It's right. I'm the singer. And at the last minute, they rolled it off. And can you believe it? I started singing. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It was really a cut and dry thing there. I almost didn't get in the picture.
Wonderful. Do you have any photos from that time? Do you know if there were any?
I really don't think I have any. I wasn't carrying around a camera. There was no cell phones at that point. I mean, iPhones.
Yeah.
But this is the other thing that happened. They presented me there with the gold record. It was a gold record in Germany.
Yeah.
So I went home on the plane carrying a gold record. And you never seen anything like that in your life. Carry a gold record through an airport, and you will have so many people go, hey, what's that? On the plane and everywhere I went, I was carrying around a gold record.
Yeah, like he was huge in Europe.
Oh,
huge artist.
Always huge in Europe, yeah. I don't know, he didn't do so much over here, I guess, but in Europe, he's the guy. And I really got along with him really well. I admire him a lot, and the music he's done, just to be able to do so many things. Yeah. He's like a true multi-instrumentalist and a great songwriter. And
great guitarist. With
great guitarist,
very unique style.
Great guitar player.
And you know what, like over his career, he has changed sort of like his approach to playing guitar several times and the processing of things. And on Earth Moving, it's the first time that he like really took a turn of using whammy bar and things like that, and he kept using it for like a few years. Yeah. So I was thinking if there maybe was some inspiration from, even if you'd only played like 3 minutes.
Well, he probably ended up hearing something of me. I'm sure he would listen to what I did before he would hire me to come all the way over there.
I remember that he talked about obviously, like in the Court of the Crimson King, being an influence, but also discipline being a big
well,
thing that he loved.
Go.
Let's say, not necessarily an influence, but something that he loves musically.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
he's that level of musicianship and artistry that he would understand where that record is coming from, and it's such a landmark record. But yeah, it was, for me, it was a totally great experience, and to walk back through the airport with a gold record under my arm.
The funny thing about Far Country is that there is actually a version where Mike is playing both solos. So without you.
Yeah.
And there are versions with 2 other singers. So your version was never released of Far Country. I don't think it
was either. But I noticed on the credits, which I looked at before I came to talk to you, that it says left channel solo.
Yes, exactly. yes.
I'm glad I made it to the left channel at least. That's half a solo.
But it really blends so beautifully, and you wouldn't really know who is playing what if you didn't know.
Wow.
It's wonderful.
When I get home, I'm going to listen to that again. But I listen to Holy every now and then because it really is. It's such an emotional highlight, and I'm proud of that
Yes.
particular vocal because it's not something anyone else has ever asked me to do.
I think in his whole catalog, that first line of the song, which is like jumbled words a little
Yeah.
bit, like was it harmony always
Yeah.
when I look around me and
Yeah.
your smile I see.
Yeah.
It's one gives me goosebumps. I love it. And it's
Harmony always. I remember specifically, you know, when you're going to do a vocal, you kind of have to tailor your voice to what is this, where am I going? How's this going to be? Is it soft? Is it hard? Is it loud? Is it,
yeah.
you know, does it have angst? Is it pleasant or whatever? And I remember thinking, this is such a sweet thing. I'm just going to treat it with a nice, you know, pleasant voice, but then at the end get more and more emotional.
Yes,
So
yes.
I felt really good about it.
So was the music already, do you remember, was the vocal put on last or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the music was already there, and it had the entire effect that it gets of being, you know, orchestrated and
Yeah.
getting bigger and so forth.
Yeah.
So that was another cue for me as to where it was supposed to be going.
Yeah.
I don't know if he tried any other singers, but there was no one else. There was no demo of anything for me to listen to.
Okay. And there were no other musicians in the studio at the time you were
No,
there?
I was there for 2 days and very nice days. Went to dinner and stuff and talked a lot about things, and no one else was there.
Do you know any other Mike Oldfield albums? Or do you know the first few? Or
I know
maybe
the
some-
first few, yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, I especially know, of course, Tubular Bells. That one
Yeah.
was back in the day when I was, you know, a starving musician.
Mm.
And to hear somebody be able to do that was like, wow, that's what I want to do someday.
You know, like I think the Frank Zappa band that you were in, and also just a little later into the early 80s, and Mike Oldfield's band, they were sort of like on a similar level, musically completely different.
Yeah.
But musically, and the idea to orchestrate
Yeah.
and to have like written pieces
Right.
and longer written pieces
Yes.
was pretty similar. And I can't think of any other band around that time that was
No.
doing that.
No, he had an amazing band, and it was, like you say, like almost like a small orchestral thing,
Yeah.
which is how he did his music. That's what Tubular Bells was, really.
Yes.
It was I suppose I heard that later on he played that live, and I think I
did, yeah.
may have even seen something with that, and that's what I remember seeing, that it was like, wow, look, he's got a 18-piece orchestra or something
Yeah.
kind of playing this
Yeah.
thing, which is what it would take.
Yeah. And so there was no follow-up at all after that, or did you?
No, Mike is kind of a quiet person, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we both left on great terms and had
Yeah.
a great time, but there was no follow-up. I wish there had been, but it's really even more special in that sense, since, you know, I went and I did something I never expected to do and came back and with a gold record.
You know, that's so amazing. You know, there's a little thing here that Toya, Robert Fripp's wife, told me that Mike also called Robert Fripp to contribute to Tubular Bells too, and Robert turned it down.
Oh, wow. To play guitar.
To play guitar.
Not to sing.
Not to sing. Yeah.
Well-
oh, thank you, Adrian. This is amazing.
Absolutely.
Thank
Great.
you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate doing this, you asking me to do this, and I'm happy to talk about it. It was a great experience.
Thank you.
Thank you, Markus. Bye-bye,
Thanks, Adrian.
everybody.